Don't try to understand it. Feel it. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Christopher Nolan's Tenet, the movie starring John David Washington from Black Klansman and Robert Pattinson from Twilight, and he's going to be the new Batman. Uh, I'm not going to spoil anything about the movie. I'm going to be very vague. The movie follows Washington's character. His name is literally the protagonist. Yes, that's his name. He's a special agent. He's really smart. He's tough. He can fight. And he's trying to figure out where these inverted bullets are coming from. And the movie focuses on time inversion, and it's complex and it can be confusing at times. And it's a 2 hour movie, 2 hour plus movie, and they take little time to explain certain things. But the opening of my video, don't try to understand it, feel it. One of the characters tells Washington that, and like, because he's trying to understand how is it working, and she just tells him, don't try to understand it. And sometimes that works best when you're watching this movie. Washington is trying to find the seller or trying to find who has these bullets. And it's a lot of breadcrumbs in the movie leading to like the next step of who do you have to meet with to find out where these bullets are coming from. And along the way, you see him change his character in a way. Like first he's like this rough agent, who can get answers, but then he starts becoming more suave, more James Bond-esque. He has on a suit. He meets this guy, and the guy is like, you all right, but here's some money to look the part a little better. And then you could see his suit game change, and he's always walking around in suits, even though he might have to get physical with someone. And the movie has a lot of different set pieces, a lot of different action pieces that keeps you wanting to know more, like what's going to happen next. And it just keeps leading up to something I think is really cool in the third act, when things start to change. I had a good time with the movie. The things that I dislike really is the sound, not the score so much. The score builds up a lot of the tension in the movie, but the sound sometimes is hard to hear people talk. Nolan should not do movies with mask anymore. Um, a lot of times people have mask on, whether it's a gas mask or the mask, for other needs. But when they talk with the mask, sometimes you be like, what are they saying? And sometimes the score is so loud that the voice acting is very low and you can't hear them. Other than that, like I was intrigued to what was going on. Um, Patterson's character, he's more of a side character that helps Washington, the protagonist, along the way, and helping him plan different things. And again, he's also in a suit as well. Everybody is really nice and sharp in this movie, and they work together to try to figure out who's behind this technology that can quite possibly end the world or start another war or something like that. So it's it's action, it's mystery, it's a thrill, and I enjoyed John David Washington's performance. He's sly, but really clever. He gets beat up sometimes, but he always bounces back, and he always has like a plan for things to work. He's always trying to do the right thing in terms of saving people. And I think Tenet is worth a watch. Honestly, I think it's something to watch, maybe multiple times, because the technology that they use, it's really cool. And I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like when you see it in action, you're like, this looks a little weird, but then you're like, damn, this is dope. And like certain things happen. Again, I'm not going to spoil the thing. Certain things happen, and you're like, what is going on? And then as the movie continues, you're like, oh, that's what he was trying to do. And I thought that was really cool. But other than the sound and the it was just hard to hear sometimes. I really enjoyed the movie. I think it's something you should go check out, especially if you're a fan of Christopher Nolan. John David Washington is really good, and Patterson, I know people try to bag on him for Twilight, but he's solid in this movie as well. He gets some action scenes, going as well. But this is my review for Tenet. If you watched it, let me know what you thought about it. If you Were you excited for this movie? Like, I know it was supposed to come out earlier, but were you excited for it? Thank you for listening. Deuces.